Radius of circular path described by a charged particle moving in a magnetic field. Let us consider a charged particle Q is moving in a magnetic field B such that this magnetic field is perpendicular to the plane of the board. जब हम मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं क्रॉस से तो उसका मतलब ये होता है कि ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड परपेंडिकुलर टू द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द मैग्नेटिक डायरेक्शन प्लेन ऑफ द पेपर के परपेंडिकुलर है. क्रॉस से परपेंडिकुलर, डॉट से अपवर्ड्स, क्रॉस से इनवर्ड्स. सो दिस इज अ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड विच इज डायरेक्टेड इनवर्ड्स एंड परपेंडिकुलर टू द प्लेन ऑफ द बोर्ड. इस मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में एक चार्ज पार्टिकल जब एंटर होता है in a direction perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, then its path becomes circular. इसका path circular हो जाता है. वो circular क्यों हो जाता है? उसके लिए we can understand that magnetic Lorentz force always acts perpendicular. So charged particle Q enters in a magnetic field with velocity v in a direction perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. Suppose this is the direction of the charged particle moving with velocity v, enters in this magnetic field which is acting perpendicular to the direction of perpendicular to the plane of the board, and this is in the plane of the board, v is in plane of the board, then its path becomes circular and it starts moving like this because the centripetal force always acts perpendicular, so its path becomes circular and with a radius r which depends on the magnetic field, the magnitude of the charge and the magnitude of the velocity. So we can say that when it is moving with velocity v, the Lorentz force, magnetic force, which we call it as magnetic Lorentz force, it is given as QVB sin theta, as theta is equal to 90 degree. That's why F is equal to QVB. Now this is magnetic Lorentz force. Now this Lorentz force is responsible for the centripetal force. So the centripetal force on the charged particle of mass m moving with velocity v is mv square over r. Let r be the radius of the circular path. Now the centripetal force is provided by the Lorentz force. So we can write Fc is equal to Fm. This force is obtained by the magnetic Lorentz force. So we can write mv square over r is equal to, the centripetal force is equal to QVB sin theta. QVB only. Sin theta is 1 here, so QVB is the Lorentz force. Now this V will cancel out with this square and we can get R is equal to mv by QV. mv square by r is equal to QVB. The centripetal force is equal to the magnetic Lorentz force. So this V cancels one V here and r will be taken here. So QV will be here. So this, or we can write r is equal to the momentum of the charged particle P by QV. This expression you should know when sometimes it is given that the two charged particles having equal momentum. sometimes they give equal energy. So there is a relation between the energy and the momentum. So R is directly proportional to the mass. R is directly proportional to the magnitude of the velocity or the speed of the charged particle with which it enters in the magnetic field, and it is inversely proportional to the magnitude of the charge particle and inversely proportional to the magnetic field. Now there is a question that a proton and an alpha particle enters in a magnetic field in a direction perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field, having same speed, then find the ratio of the trajectories followed by the two charged particles. So for alpha particle we can write R alpha, and for proton we can write R proton. So this will be equal to mass of alpha particle V is same by charge of alpha particle, and V is same, and this will be equal to by mass of proton V by charge of proton V. So this will cancel out, and this is equal to mass of alpha particle by mass of proton into charge of proton by charge of alpha particle. Sometimes the students, they do not write either the mass or the ratio of the charge particle. So we have to take into consideration both the things, the ratio of the mass and the ratio of the charge, but they are inverse. Here mass of alpha particle to mass of proton, here charge of proton by charge of alpha particle. Now what is the ratio of the mass of the alpha particle to the mass of the proton? So it is 4:1 into what is the ratio of the charge of the proton to the alpha particle? That is 1:2. So this is equal to 2:1. Sometimes when these students they do not consider, directly they write, if you the 1:2 or 4:1, that means the incorrect one. So you have to write all the things, then only you can get the correct answer.